Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Sabrina Muse. If you haven't practiced with me here yet, today we are going to get into a really nice, cozy yin flow. And so in yin, we're holding shapes a little bit longer. We're targeting our ligaments rather than our muscles. So we don't want to go to our fullest expression of a shape. We don't want to go as deep as we can. We want to hold off and go about 80 to 85%. So we're going to work a little bit with the mind and the strength of checking in with yourself a lot today. So we're going to work with the breath to hold these shapes and to stay in a comfort in the discomfort. So with all of that, our first shape is actually going to be standing. We're going to meet at the top of the mat in a forward fold, otherwise in yin known as a dangle shape, and I will meet you there whenever you're ready. Coming into your dangle shape, grounded into the feet, a little bit more weight into the heels. Head is hanging heavy, maybe swinging and shaking the head yes and no to release the neck. We're going to be in this shape for 2 minutes. Make sure that there's an even weight between both feet as you feel all four corners, allowing the top half of the body to pour over the bottom half. Maybe there's a deep bend in the knees. You might let the arms be heavy toward the earth, maybe onto a block or two. You might take the hands to cross, grabbing either elbow. Wherever you're comfortable in this shape. Noticing the breath in the back of the spine as every inhale climbs from the root of the tailbone to the crown of the head. And the exhale washes back down and through. About 5 more breaths in this shape. Beautiful. Very slowly, we're going to inhale halfway, bring the spine parallel to the earth, straighten out the knees. And as you exhale, we're going to plant the hands, step back to a tabletop, let the knees come down to the earth. And then we're going to press this hips back toward the heels and come to sit onto the heels. We might throw a block in between the heels if that's a little bit more comfortable. Roll the shoulders up, down, and back. And take a big inhale, reach the arms up over the head. We're going to interlace the fingers and press the palms up to the sky. And then we're going to twist the torso to pivot over to the left side. And then as you inhale, we're going to reach the wrists toward the right behind us. So we're finding a little bit of a twist mixed with an arch. We'll be in this shape for 1 minute. The hips are heavy, reaching toward the heels, even if they don't meet. Palms pressing to the sky, but can you relax the shoulders? Three more breaths in this shape. Beautiful. Your next inhale reaches you up to neutral. Exhale, let the hands dissolve down by the sides. Maybe roll out the shoulders. Next breath in, arms reach up to the sky. Palms interlace, reaching up toward the ceiling. Pivot the torso toward the right knee. As you inhale, we're going to reach up and back toward the left. Lovely. Maybe you close off the eyes. Noticing the right lung take over in breath. Where do you notice sensation and warmth coming into the body? 3 more breaths on this side. Gentle inhale helps lift us up to neutral. Exhale dissolves the arms down by the sides, rolling the shoulders up, down, and back. We're going to walk the hands in front of the knees, open the knees out toward the wide edges of the mat, and continue walking the hands down, finding a child's pose. Forehead reaching to the earth, arms extending out long. Sit bones pressing toward the heels. With every inhale, noticing the back doors of the heart. With every inhale, noticing the back doors of the heart opening. The expansion in the back of the rib cage. This shape will be our longest hold. Allowing a moment for the spine to rest, elongating the low back. Taking this moment to check in with the body. Noticing from the tips of the fingers to the soles of the feet. If there's any places that feel stuck and tight, maybe they're holding a little bit too much. Noticing if you can send your breath to those places. Inhaling to create space. And exhaling as you gently sink into that space. We're just about halfway in this shape. We're focused on breathing space into tension in one place of the body. Maybe pausing there and moving to another space in the body. Maybe beginning to focus solely on the breath, deepening your relationship to its cycle. As you start noticing where your inhale becomes an exhale. Beginning to take your last 5 to 8 full rounds of conscious breath in this shape. Very gently tucking the chin toward the chest as you begin to ground into the palms, rounding up to a tabletop. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And we're just going to work through some cat-cows for just a quick few moments. Arching and rounding the spine, pressing the earth away. Dipping to melt, send the heart through, shine the collarbone. Exhaling to round. Bring a little bit of fluidity into the spine. 3 or 4 more rounds, breath and movement. Next inhale, bringing you to a neutral spine. We're going to swing the legs around, coming down onto a seat. You can grab a block. You're going to need it as we come down. So bringing the soles of the feet to the earth, the knees face up toward the ceiling, and slowly allowing the spine to round down to the earth, one vertebra at a time. Once we arrive down onto the earth, the heels can come a little bit closer to the glutes. You're going to grab for that block, grounding into the heels. You're going to inhale to press the hips up to the sky just enough until we can get that block underneath. You can come to any level that's comfortable. We're going to place it at the lowest part of the spine. It might take a couple tries to get it in that just right position. We're going to be here for 2 minutes. Maybe the shoulder blades come a bit closer together. Maybe a slight smile comes to the lips as you remind the jaw to relax. Releasing tension from the brows. The hands resting wherever they're comfortable. Maybe that's on the hip bones, maybe onto the belly, the heart. Maybe they rest down by the sides. Allowing your body to feel supported over the prop as it's becoming part of your earth. Where can you get heavier? Another moment checking in from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Finding spaces to breathe into. About 8 to 10 more rounds of breath here. And follow a gentle inhale, ground into the heels. Start to steady the block as you lift the hips up, grabbing the block out of the way and lowering down one vertebra at a time. Knees hug into the chest once the hips release to the earth, wrapping the arms around, massaging the low back as you rock side to side. And keeping the knees into the chest. You're going to find an inhale to bring the arms wide out to a T. As you exhale, both knees fall over to the right side. Left shoulder blade stays heavy to the earth. Maybe the gaze stays up to the ceiling or drips over the right fingertips. Thinking of this last shape as a way to wring out the spine. Releasing any energy that's stuck from top to bottom. With every exhale, bringing out every last drop. We're about halfway in this shape. You begin to invite your exhales to become longer than your inhales. This might be done by a subtle feeling, or it might be helpful to use a count, inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for an extended count of 5 or 6. Gazing back to the ceiling, belly button to the spine, and inhale gently lifts the knees up to the sky. Our slow exhale helps take the knees all the way to the left. The right shoulder blade this time staying heavy to the earth. You smile a little bit more with the collarbones, maybe slightly with the lips as you relax the jaw. Where else can you relax and disengage? While encouraging the exhales to be longer than the inhales. Taking your last 3 or 4 rounds of breath in this shape. Belly button tucking in. Breath in helps the knees back to the sky. Maybe one last hug, wrapping the arms around. And the feet plant onto the earth at the wide edges of the mat, and the knees dropping in towards center together. This will relieve a little bit of pressure from the low back. Maybe placing the hands on the belly or the heart as we come into our final shape for rest. Releasing any control over the breath. Melting from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Very gently turning to the sensation of your breath, noticing the cool air entering both nostrils and warmer air leaving the breath out. Moving into the fingers and the toes. You might choose to end your practice right where you are. If you'd like to end your practice with a few words with me, leaning back in a comfortable seat, sitting there with as little effort as possible, dragging back in your seat, sitting tall and proud, maybe rolling the shoulders up, down, and back, blowing a big breath in, exhale, let it go. Inviting the hands to join together at heart center, maybe the chin bowing to the chest if comfortable. And a deep honor and gratitude for the practice of yoga, for the unity of yoga. A few moments of gratitude for you and your yoga, your body, your breath, your spirit, your awareness. And I thank you so deeply for allowing me to guide you to this space. Namaste. Thank you so much, my friend, for practicing with me. I'm so glad that you're here and so proud of you for going through this practice and taking the time to sit with yourself, even if it might be hard sometimes in silence, especially through a practice where we're not moving the body much and really letting for that release. Don't forget to drink lots of water now that we worked so deeply with the connective tissue and the ligaments. We want everything to be able to make its way out of the body and not get stuck again. So stay hydrated, and I will see you in our next practice.